Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us once again for our daily English Flash News edition. I'm Daniel Cook, your host, presenting a translated version of the Albanian news Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. The port of Durres is suffering from pollution caused by urban waste, a lack of sufficient dumpsters, and hydrocarbon materials that are being dumped into the water. Waste has been thrown everywhere on land and sea, and this has caused a great deal of disappointment to visitors to the city and people who travel through the ports. The situation is even more problematic in the fishing port. The terrible pollution of the environment is causing all the aquatic life to disappear, seriously dampening the fishing trade. Travelers through the city say that there is a lack of waste containers, and the environment is not being kept clean. The director of the environment in the port of Durres is a veterinarian who now holds an important position that is not related to his education. He admits that the environmental situation of the Durres fishing port is alarming. He says, "Although we have a problem with the fishing sector, I think that we are solving the problem. This problem exists because the fishing sector is less monitored." Mr. Hoxha says that there is no legal support for him and no legal recourse for him to intervene and resolve the serious situation. He also admits that he has not reported the situation to the law enforcement authorities so that they can take the appropriate measures. The opposition has decided to break their boycott and to become part of the justice reform, joining the discussion panels among various other groups of civil society. The Democrats have officially proposed that Edward Halimi be made the vice chairman of the commission, and that Oerd Bulukbashi, Gent Strazimiri, Fatmir Mediu, and Keltis Kruja should be members. This choice to join the reform comes after the group of Albanian and international experts have already drafted an analysis of the system, which is more than 300 pages long. The draft is being looked over by special discussion groups with the goal of gathering recommendations. There was a competition yesterday for the new park at the lake, in which 11 projects were presented. After rejecting a number of the plans for construction at the entrance to the park, the government has postponed the final decision on the winning project until September. The panel has asked for more time to review the ideas and make a final decision. The Vice Prime Minister Niko Pelleshi has announced that the winning project will not reduce the green space. He said that the accusations of the Democratic Party about cementing over Tirana are ridiculous. Although Pelleshi says that the decision was postponed at the request of the panel, it seems more likely that it was postponed because of increased pressure by the civil society, who are concerned about the disappearance of green spaces in Tirana. The Vice Prime Minister stated that the government has contracted a company to remodel the entire park at the lake, a project that is supposed to be finished in 1 year's time. The concession for scanning goods at the customs points caused a good amount of debate between the left and right-wing MPs at today's Economic Commission. The head of the commission, Erion Brace, made the claim that the contract in question was signed by the right-wing party when it was in power. He accused the former Minister of Finance, Ridvan Bode, of placing a heavy burden on the citizens. The former Minister of Finance rejected this accusation. The concession agreement is with the American company Rapiscan Systems and was signed by the government of Sali Berisha in August of 2013, just 1 month before the Democrats left the government. It was intended to last for 15 years. According to the contract, businesses had to pay €39 to get the goods through the customs. It is estimated that the private company who holds the concession would earn about €20 million per year, and for 15 years, the profit was estimated to be €100 million. However, this contract was rejected by the new government of Edi Rama, and the company has sent the case to the arbitration court, a process from which the Albanian side has withdrawn. The Education Commission continued the discussions about the new bill on higher education today. The bill is a controversial one, and it continues to cause debate from both sides of the issue. The representatives of the Forum for Academic Freedom say that this draft will set the universities back in time by 2 decades. They say that the bill is full of legal deficiencies for the faculty board. A petition against the bill has been submitted to the Assembly with a total of 211 signatures. One professor, Mr. Artan Fuga, says that under this new bill, the Council of Professors will have no authority. The chief of the Department of Journalism and Communication says that the Prime Minister's arguments supporting the bill are inconsistent and contradictory to the actual contents of the bill. The members of the Forum for the Academic Freedom complained that their suggestions for the bill on higher education were not considered. A recent decision by the Court of Appeals in regard to a piece of property has upset the Albanian Muslim community. The decision revoked the rights to a certain property that the community claims was given to them by Muslim believers. They say that they will appeal the case again to the High Court, seeking restitution of the property that, according to them, was bequeathed to the Muslim community by believers in the year 1919. In a recent media statement, the Muslim believers say that this ruling by the Court of Second Instance is a theft of property. Their representative, Oltion Kola, said, "Our institution strongly condemns this unprecedented act. We have taken all the appropriate legal steps for pursuing this issue at the highest levels of the justice system. The Muslim community is one of the largest landowners in Albania, and it has frequently had to deal with disputes of ownership." A scandalous video that was recorded in Shkodra shows the kindergarten teachers of Shkodra orphanage being violent to the children under their care. The video was filmed by an investigative program on Agon channel, and it has since gone viral on the social networks. In the video, a kindergarten teacher is clearly seen abusing the children. At the beginning, she can be seen beating a child, and later she sits on a little boy who is continually crying. 2 kindergarten teachers and the social worker were immediately fired after the video went public, and criminal charges have been filed against them. The 3 former employees of the orphanage are accused of violating children's rights, violence against minors, and dereliction of duty. The director of the orphanage says that she was not aware that this was going on. She says that the employees had 20 years of experience and were highly qualified. Until today, they were highly esteemed because of their lengthy work experience. The children have not given us any psychological signals to make us think that they were being abused. We have not had a psychologist since 1960, said the director of the orphanage. The Ministry of Social Welfare has reacted to the case, saying that a group of experts, psychologists, and social employees has been sent to the orphanage to make a complete inspection. Given the serious nature of the case, the minister has given orders that the state social service must make a full evaluation of all the orphanage staff throughout the country. This order was issued despite the fact that systematic assistance has been provided by local and foreign experts over the last 2 years. Minister Klose demands the immediate investigation of this scandalous event and asks that the judges make an example of those responsible for this atrocious activity. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all of our news for this evening. Thank you for watching. Please join us again tomorrow at the same time for more translated news in English. Thanks, and have a great night.